Question is, following the financial crisis of 2010, the education sector experienced huge cutbacks which had a massive impact on staffing, provision and well-being. The lack of staff meant nearly all schools had to cut small group interventions. The impact of COVID on the mental health and well-being of pupils is not a quick fix. This would also need proper financial investment. Can you promise that education at the chalk face will be protected from cuts in the future in real terms as we move forward in the years to come? And that is to you, first of all, please, Matt.
Well, thank you. That's an extremely pertinent question to start from. Ultimately, no administration has 100% control over the course of economic events, and all politics in the end comes down to questions of priorities. Certainly, it would be the foremost priority in my mind to ensure that education, teaching, teachers, and the school pupil experience, state school pupil experience, is properly invested in. Certainly, our party's pledged to increase spending on state schools across Wales. I would be very mindful of doing everything I can to champion that argument, both within the Welsh Conservatives and in relation to the Cardiff Bay process in general. I think in the long run, the only way of really guaranteeing that we have the resources as a society to properly invest in education is if we grow the tax base in the economy. And of course, that requires a credible and robust plan to set out a roadmap to the recovery. It may sound like a soundbite, but it's a very simple truism, which is unavoidable. I'm sure all the candidates here would want to sort of set up their own proposals as to how they would do that. But you have to have a growing economy to finance these things. In terms of the financial crash and ensuing restrictions on fiscal policy, well, of course, the Welsh government has enjoyed significant spending increases over the course of the last decade, and again, I do say this does come down to priorities. I think education should be at the top priority really of any incoming Welsh government after May the 6th this year, because ultimately it's what all our tomorrows rest upon. And in terms of the mental health crisis amongst our young people and the severe pressures that have been placed on our teachers in this time, well, of course they rightly deserve their politicians wading in behind them, restoring the valour of teachers, celebrating their role in society, investing in them properly, and ensuring they have all the support they need.
Great, thank you very much.